Issue 119. We start out with the villain in a black cloak named Vile Peter who starts stealing Christmas. This is so generic, Sonic shouldn't be ripping off the Grinch of all things. At least he looks distinct from him. Oh, he's also kidnapping children, that's different too. Then he's for some reason unable to recognize Sonic the Hedgehog. Vile throws magic powder and leaves, and after Santa shows up, Sonic accuses him of being Eggman in another disguise and demands him to release the children, being wrong genre savvy. He grabs him by the beard and swings him around to try to get it pulled off, and Santa fortunately has a good laugh about it and thinks him being mistaken for him is funny. Weren't we told the last time he showed up that people can't make physical contact with him in anger? Then he says to not worry about Vile and returns the children right away. We see that Vile is in his bag and learn that he escaped his cell and used to be one of his best elves. Are we going to learn why he stopped being that? No? Guess not. The story ends with Sonic embarrassed that he insulted Santa and complaining that his Christmas is ruined, being relatable, only to get some presents. And the story ends right away without Sonic himself defeating Vile at all. In the next story, we see the control freak leader of Tower Hill Zone telling rushed people to start decorating for Christmas. And Tails learns that things are going wrong for the Christmas celebrations. Eventually, the zone leader cracks from all the bad news. We see Tails after he puts up some lights being thanked for doing so, and as I expected for a crazed control freak, the zone leader was the villain. As he storms in a mecha saying that Christmas is cancelled. Where'd he get that? After he throws away some Christmas cards, Tails makes sure that a giant snowball rolls into him. He's somehow now out of the mecha, and everyone forgives him for what he was doing because of Christmas spirit, even though he was acting no better than Eggman. I get that he was really stressed out, and didn't want it to go on if it wasn't perfect. I guess everybody knew him well enough personally to know that he's not really evil. But it still seems really weird. The next story has Shortfuse return home for Christmas from the Ben planet, the peaceful planet that logically I wouldn't imagine him to enjoy, calming effect or not. And he returns here all thanks to Techno's interplanetary warp gate that she just created. After Amy compliments Techno, she's told that the two dimensions will only be in alignment for a few days, by Amber, a native of the planet who wanted to visit Mobius before Christmas. Will she turn out to be a villain for a plot twist since she's a new character? For some reason, after they go outside from a Badnik alarm, Shortfuse is humiliated by Badnik and needs Amy with a crossbow to save him. Him being out of practice doesn't justify it, he should have lasered it to death. Once again, Amber says she can help as Shortfuse lasers at Badnik, and after Badnik tries to kidnap someone, Amber brainwashes all of them into being good. Amber explains that she can create feelings of tranquility whenever things get heavy. I thought that the feelings of tranquility were caused from the planet she lived on, not just the people being able to cause those feelings. And she later explains that she feels there's no love in Eggman's heart to bring out, so she can't change him. How would she feel that without being right in front of him? Is she just assuming that? Then she says that her influence will fade away when she goes home anyways. And the story ends with the brainwashed Badniks hilariously singing Silent Night to Eggman when they should know not to do that. And Eggman says, "It would be if I had my way." I had the biggest smile from that, since it's a pun, cause it wouldn't be a silent night if they stopped singing already. Still though, this issue felt like mostly a waste of time. Especially the first story by Nigel Kitching. What a wasted opportunity to waste a comic space. We don't even learn why Vile was kidnapping children. You know what? I don't want to find out. I was expecting to at least get an explanation for why he turned evil, like Eggman brainwashing him or something. Nothing that happened here made any sense, and it sure is a coincidence that this villain showed up here of all places. The second and third stories were by Lou Stringer. The second one has a controlling perfectionist zone leader. Makes sense since who else would want the job? Snapping from all of the problems with the Christmas festivities and trying to cancel Christmas with the mecha he suddenly had. We could have at least had explained that Techno made the mecha for every zone leader to protect them from a Badnik attack. But no, that'd be stupid because it'd just be begging for them to abuse that kind of power. And for some reason everyone forgives him for doing this. You'd think it would get him impeached. And the third story has Short Fuse come home for Christmas thanks to Techno, and Amber, who came with them from the peaceful planet, brainwashes Badniks into being peaceful. It makes more sense for a native of a peaceful planet to be good anyways.